What is up, fellow pilots? Today we are going to be comparing the F-16I Sufa mod with the stock DCS F-16C VIPER, just to see what kind of improvements have been made in the mod and if it's any better than the C at all. I have a sneaking suspicion it is faster than the F-16C because of limitations ED has implemented on the Viper, but can't really know that until we look at some numbers. And they just updated the Sufa mod to 1.2, which means I can fly the stock Viper next to the Sufa. So right now, there we go, 100% stock Viper, just with an Israeli skin. Running slick as well for a speed test. So we're going to start in the Viper. I've set up a drag race, so at sea level we can see just how fast the planes can get. So without further ado, here we go. Alright, we're coming up on our starting line here. I'm trying to keep it at 400 knots. And as soon as we hit that start line, sorry, a bit of ground lag. As soon as we hit that starting line, I'm going to full burn, and then you can see the finish line in the distance. Altitude. And then we'll jump into the Sufa and do the same thing, and I'll verify numbers in TAC view. Let's see, my settings are too high for DCS. Bump power a little bit. Alright. We'll try and keep it as low to the water as we can. Maybe about 100 feet.
Altitude. 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 Pull up. Altitude. Altitude.
Boom. Let's see how fast she accelerates. Getting up to the sound barrier. There it is. Boom. Supersonic now. She's trying to climb on me. It's Mach 1.28. Nearly there. .29. There we go. There's Mach 1.3. Zooming in. Ding. That will do it. Alright. So there was our test in the stock Viper. Let's switch around up to the Sufa. Alright, so here we are in the much louder Sufa. I don't know if you guys can tell, I had to bump the volume down just so I wouldn't get drowned out here. But we are approaching the start line. And we averaged about 200 feet on the last, 200 foot altitude on the last run off the sea. So we're going to aim for that here as well. Yes, I'm aware, altitude. Whee! Still a bit fast. There we go. And And we are off. Now I'm wondering if this will, it feels like it's faster, but we also have working conformal fuel tanks that add about 1,000 pounds of fuel. So I'm not sure, this could be pretty even. We're at Mach 1.1. Ooh, I don't know. .2, a little high. 1.25. We hit Mach 1.3 in the stock Viper. Oh, looks like we're going to do that here maybe before we get to the line. 0.29. 1.3. Oh, this is going to be really close. 1.31. And bam! And we just hit 1.32 right before we did that. Alright, next up we're going to do the min radius turn. Something the stock Viper should excel at, just because it doesn't have 1,000 extra pounds of fuel. Oh, and you know what? We had about the same amount of fuel in the Sufa as well. I don't think those conformal fuel tanks actually work yet. I thought they updated them to work, but I don't think they do yet. That might explain the drag race. All right. Cool. So I've got waypoint 1 set up here. If my track IR will stop screwing around there. Anyway, there you go. You can see my waypoint sitting there. I'm going to try to hit that, and then we're going to immediately start cutting donuts and see what happens. And here we go. Keep the nose above the horizon there. Ah! That's bright. Ooh. Nope, too much. Okay, there we go. Could have pulled a lot harder. It's a solid 9 Gs right there. We're actually gaining speed. I think I can pull a bit tighter. I'm gonna back off the afterburner here.
Fast flare.
Oh. That's my stupid throttle hitting buttons when it's not supposed to be. There we go. That's what I wanted. Ah, so bright. Gained a lot of altitude accidentally, but that's okay. Alright, I think that ought to be enough. Get out of that. Pow. Cool. On to the Sufa. Alright, we're in the Sufa. Just about to hit. And boom. Back hard, almost black out. Throttle back up. Ooh, keep the nose up. There we go. Is holding that speed. Oh, we're actually gaining a bit. Yeah, I could do this indefinitely. Oh, and I've lost quite a bit of altitude. That's probably why it was holding it. Oh, not too bad. Alright, that should be enough. roll.
Altitude.
Sweet.
Altitude.
Let's take a look at the... Oh, shit. Whoops. I was too busy talking. Ah! I got promoted to captain for doing circles in the air. Nice. Alright. Okay, so I know there are a buttload of other tests I could do, but to keep this video short, this is going to be the third and final test. We're going to see just how high this can get on takeoff. So I'm going to take off in burner, and then I'm going to pull straight up to 90 degrees, and we're going to see where this thing likes to stall out. So again, to start, to keep things consistent, we're in the stock Viper, and I think we're good to go. Let's do this. All right, I put the parking brake on because it likes to roll. Turn off. There we go. And brakes, burner. There we go. Don't know why it pulled hard right there. Oh, you know what? Some nose wheel steering might be nice. Yeesh. This is slick, so it already wants to go up. Hit the end of the runway here. Alright, and up. Hold it right. We're going a little bit over the top. There we go. Well, not the cleanest straight up. Oh yeah, we're falling. There we go. There's our stall. About 17,000. Over the top. That was loud. Okay, cool. So that was our stall. Yeah. Let's see how the Sufa does. Oh yeah, I went back a little too far. That should be fun. Alright, we're here in the much louder Sufa again, and we're going to do the same test. Hopefully I can keep it a little bit more straight up. It got a little squirrely on me last time, but we'll see what happens. Alright, brakes are on. Throttle forward, and boom, away. See, it didn't want to go hard right on me there. That was interesting. Slick Viper. Up we go. Wheels up. Gonna hit the end of the strip here. And boom, up we go. Hold it. Up would be nice. There we go. Made it to about 17,000 feet last time. Ooh, much lower here. That's 15,000. Yeah. 16,000. Not quite as high. Interesting. Alright, to the TAC view and some final conclusions. Well, TAC view decided to record none of that. I've opened every file and there's nothing in it. Don't know what I did, but something is screwed up. So I'm going to have to check that. It might be the repair I had to do to DCS to update this mod. Because otherwise it won't work if you don't repair your installation beforehand. If you're updating it. If you're downloading it for the first time, you don't have to run a repair. But I think I might have gotten rid of some TAC view installation files that recorded. So I get the TAC view files, but I don't get any TAC view data. So that's really annoying, especially for a video like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and look at the footage and get you some numbers. And here comes the comparison. Okay, so conclusions. So for the 15 nautical mile drag race, drum roll please, the winner is the F-16C. At 78.7 seconds, and it crossed that finish line at Mach 1.3. The F-16I finished the 15 nautical mile drag race in 78.93 seconds, just barely behind it, but it was going a bit faster at Mach 1.32. And then during that drag race, 400 knots to Mach 1, the F-16C did it in 16.87 seconds, and the F-16I did it in 18.3 seconds. So the C was actually a little bit faster. And I think what we see here is that the CFTs on the F-16I provide a bit of drag, but other than that, these are the same plane. So I think there's just a little bit more drag on the F-16I, which shows in that drag race. Okay, for the min radius turn, without TAC view, I can't really tell you how much energy each airplane had, and I can't really show you the radius of each turn. So I can't really tell you anything. I can guess that the F-16C probably had just a bit tighter of a circle because of its more aerodynamic state. But just barely. They're very close. And then in the takeoff climb, the F-16C reached 17,000 feet approximately before stalling, and the F-16I reached 16,000 feet approximately before stalling. So again, really close. The F-16C manages to edge the F-16I out, which is very interesting. I thought the I had loads more power when I was flying in the previous video with snipes, but it appears it does not, and they're using the same, I'd guess the same engine. I think it's just the drag on the CFTs. Well, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to drop a like and subscribe if you want to see more. It really helps out the channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.